Hello everyone and welcome to our lesson for today. In today's lesson, we are looking at the first part of getting to know letters. So let's get started.
Materials.
For our materials today, the only thing you need is your thinking cap. So it's time to get our brains ready. We have 2 learning targets for today. The first target is, I can follow along in a shared text or poem. The second target says, I can identify the name and sound for the letters S and V.
Read aloud.
We're going to listen to a poem today. The name of the poem is called Victor the Sleepy Vulture. I want you to follow along and listen closely as I read, noticing each word in the poem. Ready? Victor the Sleepy Vulture sat in a very tall tree, enjoying the view and all he could see. He spotted a slithery snake down on the ground. He flew down to see if any food could be found. The slithery snake left in a snap. Victor sighed and said, "It's time for my nap." Did you hear any rhyming words in our poem? I did too. I heard the words tall and all, ground and found, snap and nap.
Sounds.
This picture shows a snake. The sound that we hear at the beginning of the word snake is the S sound. Can you make that sound too? S. Right. The S sound is the sound we hear for the letter S. The S says S, like in snake. I wonder if we can think of some other words that make the S sound like in snake. Can you think of some more? Great! And I thought of some words too. I thought of the words sun, sock, and swim. I hear the S sound at the beginning of those words. Nice work. This is a picture of a vulture. The sound that we hear at the beginning of the word vulture is the V sound. Can you make the V sound? Right. The V sound is for the letter V. The letter V makes the V sound just like in the word vulture. Can we think of some more words that make the V sound like in vulture? Awesome! I thought of some words too. I thought of the words van, violin, and vest. I hear the V sound at the beginning of those words too. Nice work! We're going to use the word snake to help us remember the sound for the letter S. And we're going to use the word vulture to help us remember the sound for the letter V. These are our key words because they unlock the sounds for what we hear. Let's do our letter sound chant for the letters S and V. We'll start with S. Repeat them after me. S, snake. S, snake. V, vulture. V, vulture. Nice work.
Writing.
All right, it's time to skywrite. It's time to use our arm like a pencil. I want you to watch first as I model writing our uppercase and our lowercase letters S and V. Remember, each letter has an uppercase and a lowercase. So let's start with the uppercase S. Watch first. I'm going to start at the top line and I'm going to curve it around to the left, going to the middle, making another curve and coming all the way back around, just up a little bit at the bottom line. That's the uppercase S. Try it with me. Arms up, starting at the top line, we're going to curve it around to the left, all the way around to the middle, and then curve it back around and coming up just a little bit at the bottom line. And that's our uppercase S. Now let's try the lowercase s. Watch me first. I'm going to start in the middle, on the middle line, and I'm going to curve it around just like the uppercase S and come back around at the bottom line and come up just a little bit. And that's the lowercase s. Try it with me. Starting in the middle line, we're going to curve it around to the left, and then we're going to come back, curve it around a little bit at the bottom, and come up just a little bit. And we've made our uppercase and lowercase s. Now let's try to make our uppercase V. Watch me first. Starting at the top line, I'm going to drag my line down to the bottom at a slant and then come back up at a slant to the top line. Now you try with me, uppercase V. Start at the top line, drag it down at a slant to the bottom line, and come back up to the top line at a slant. Now let's try the lowercase v. Watch first. Starting at the middle line, making a slant down to the bottom line, and coming back up to the middle line at a slant. Now try with me. Fingers at the middle line, coming down at a slant to the bottom line and back up at a slant to the middle line. And we've made the uppercase and the lowercase v. Nice work.
Closing reflection.
It's time to close and reflect on our lesson. Here's my question I want you to think about. When we see the letter S, how can we remember what sound it makes? Yes, and I want you to think about the key word snake for the letter S and think about the beginning sound. S. Nice job. We've met S and V. In the next lesson, we'll get to know them even better and learn how to write them with pencil and paper. Thanks for joining me today as we got to meet the new letters S and V. I hope you had fun and I will see you next time. Bye.